I look want to put the lipstick in my crease as well. Is that crazy? I know it's probably crazy, but we're gonna do it anyways. Alright, you guys, so welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I wanted to go ahead and do a full face of Charlotte Tilbury products. Alright, y'all know I love Miss Charlotte. Okay, I love a lot of her products, so I was like, it's about that time that I go ahead and do a full face for you guys. Okay, so I love how this turned out. It kind of gives me like spring vibes, you know, with the pink in the eye, the lips, all of that. So if you're interested to see how I got this look, y'all, make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe, and let's jump into the video. So it's currently 9 in the morning and I had to go ahead and do a full face. I have a lot going on today, but especially for a Thursday, I'm just like, why is there so much going on? But anyways, I did want to go ahead and do a full face of Charlotte Tilbury. You guys know how much I adore her products. I don't think I've said anything bad about her products. Maybe one thing, maybe two. But that's besides the point. I really do love her products. So let's go ahead and do a full face use of them. Okay. So first things first, we need to color correct. I have a couple dark marks on my chin, a little bit on my forehead, all of that. So I'm going to take the tan color corrector in the shade number 3. And let me see if I have a good brush for this. When I tell y'all, mine is so beat up, like it's pretty gross. I probably need to get a new one soon. But I really like this because it doesn't slip and slide throughout the day. It just stays where you put it. And it's super lightweight on the face too as well. And for me, I think the shade is perfect. For some reason, when I've been going in the store, it's been looking a lot darker. Unless she added another shade besides tan number 3, then that's probably what I'm seeing. But there's probably a darker red one. That's the one I keep seeing at Sephora. So if that's something of preference to you, go ahead and check that out. We're gonna cover all my dark marks just like so. And then I'm also gonna take a little bit of this and apply it underneath my eyes. Just a little bit. You don't need too much. Y'all can see how much of a difference that makes. Like, look at this side. Okay, I really had a man. I was getting Chinese yesterday and this man asked me how I was doing and I was like, I'm tired. And he was like, you look it. And I'm like, okay, that was nice, but all right, I get it. I couldn't even like fight him on that because I haven't been sleeping. I'm just, you know, always doing something. So that was just funny to me. But y'all can see how much better that looks. Now moving on to foundation, I do have the Airbrush Flawless Foundation in the shade 15 Neutral. If you guys know my story behind this foundation, I actually won it in a mini giveaway that Charlotte Tilbury was doing on her Instagram page years ago. So it's just been so cool to see it full circle. But this one, I believe I tried it and there was something about it I didn't like. I'm not sure if it was the shade. So we're going to try it again and see my thoughts on it. I only used it like once or twice. All right. So we're going to pump a little bit and we'll see what this looks like on the face. I don't remember if it was too gray or just too red. Let's see. So in person for me, I feel like it looks red in person, just a little bit. I don't know. On camera, it looks fine, but it just looks a little bit dark, but I think it's workable. I just think it's so crazy how like on the back of your hand, it looks one way compared to the face. But anyways, we're gonna apply this all over. And I think I just wanted to go back and get my perfect shade. And I love it because it's a good foundation, y'all, especially for oily skin. It is so good. I'm gonna put some in my ear. But y'all can just see how like it gives you coverage. A little bit goes a long way. And it still looks like skin. I don't know. The shade, y'all, I don't know if you see it on camera, but when I scoot back, like, it looks really red. What is wrong? That's why I stopped using it. I was like, I know I would have loved it. There was just something missing. But it just looks good. It just looks beautiful. But I feel like it can work now, you know, with a little bit of concealer, a little bit of powder, all of that, okay? All right. So I may need a little bit more coverage, but I'm just going to stop here because the foundation, like I told you guys, is already a little bit darker. So I don't want to keep piling on, you know, my incorrect shade. So let's just go ahead and move on to concealer. I have the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer in the shade 13 Number Deep. This is what it looks like right here. You guys know my thoughts on it. I love this concealer. Like I told you guys, it kind of reminds me of the Pat McGrath one. But when I said that, everybody was like, CHICHI, like Pat McGrath, like, you know, top of the top. So I had to take it back. I was like, it's very similar to Pat McGrath, but it's not her, okay? But it's still really good, all right? So we're gonna take this just to brighten up the face. And then I will cream bronze in a second. And then taking my sponge, I'm gonna press this into the skin just to brighten everything up. I already feel like it's doing the trick just by doing that. It looks a little bit better. But we're gonna blend everything together. But while I blend this out, let me know down below your favorite Charlotte product, all right? I think for me, if you were to ask me, either her powder bronzer, that one is like a staple for me. Like I haven't used any other bronzer since I started using hers. But then also, I do love her lip products too. Her lipsticks, y'all, the pigment, how creamy it is, how long it lasts all day. I see why, you know, people love it. So let me know down below. I'm interested. But look at how creamy this concealer looks. Like you guys, like, I'm very picky with concealer, so it's hard for me to like something. I've used Pat McGrath for like years, okay? And when I saw this one, I was like, all right, we got a little competition here, okay? But yeah, it just looks so flawless every time. Now, before I blend the inner corners of my eyes, I'm gonna grab my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Brightening Flawless Finish Complexion Perfecting Eye and Face Powder. Okay, such a long name. And this is in the shade Tan Number Deep. So typically, I like to use this powder on top of a loose powder first, but I don't think Charlotte has one, so I may just have to go in with this powder. But what I may do instead is take the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Micro Powder in the shade 3 Dark and set this on my under eyes first and then go in with the yellow powder, okay? The yellow powder by itself, it just doesn't perform the best. It's more of a brightening powder, so you want to put it on top of something. So we're gonna take the micro perfecting powder, this brown one right here. I broke it, you guys, so just bear with me, okay? And I barely have anything left in here, but we're gonna work with that. So we're gonna take this powder and first just set the under eyes, make everything a little bit more matte. Okay, going with a little bit more. And just set that. And look at how that looks just by itself. Like, this is such a beautiful lightweight powder. I need to go buy more. You guys know back in this day, like this powder right here, everybody went crazy over it, okay? And I think she came out with more shades besides Tan 3, because this is like the darkest back then. I was like, Charlotte, we need a little bit more. Now, before I add the brightening powder, I'm gonna take the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand in the shade Medium Deep. So this one I feel like went viral all over TikTok, and I love like the concept of it. I love, you know, all of that, but the packaging, y'all will see in a second why I kind of struggle with it. And then also the shade, I feel like we need one more deeper shade, but this is what it looks like when you open up the product because of the squeezy tube. It just like goes everywhere, like all in here. And I think it happened when I was traveling over, you know, like in an airplane. I think like the pressure probably made it burst. I don't know, but this packaging is the only thing I don't like. And I actually don't have a Charlotte Tilbury, you know, blush and highlighter because of that reason, because they all come in this packaging. But I will show you guys what I do instead and what products I improvise with in a second. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I love the concept. I love how easy it is to apply, but I feel like, you know, the whole like messiness of it, that's the only thing I don't like. And I really don't need too much of this because the foundation is already dark, but I still want to go ahead and use it and show you guys. All right, it just gives you like a nice, like natural bronze, nothing crazy. So I'm gonna give that a second before I set with some bronzer, but I'm gonna use the brightening powder in the shade, I keep forgetting every time, Tan Deep, and we're gonna take this underneath the eyes just to brighten up everything a little bit. Okay, gonna take the same thing to the other side. So I typically don't carve out my cheeks with powder, but we're gonna do that today just to brighten this area. And I'm gonna use the micro perfecting powder. Take a little bit of this and just go like that. I think that's how y'all do it. I barely do it, you guys, so yeah. That's a pretty good line. Okay, love that for me. And we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. Just drag it. Okay, this one didn't come out as good. All right, let's do that again. Just gonna... What am I doing wrong? Actually, let me go in with the brightening powder. I feel like this will do the trick just a little bit more. I'm gonna take this. Okay, yeah, that's what I needed right there. So we're gonna set our cream bronzer with the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer in the shade Tan number 3. Where is my bronzer brush? All right, so I don't know what it is, but I drop every single Charlotte product. So literally, I always break it, but we only have a little bit left, so it's fine. I just take this and break it into like little powders. And we're just gonna set our cream bronzer. So let's go ahead and brush off this powder. And I feel like it did the trick, y'all. I feel like it did the trick. I keep playing too much. Okay, so let me go ahead and remove the other side. All right, and we still gotta set the face with a little bit of powder too as well, okay? Because your girl gets oily. And I just feel like everything is just coming together. Like I'm telling y'all, if I get my right foundation shade, like it's over, okay? But yeah, this looks so beautiful. Like I'm obsessed, I'm obsessed. So we're gonna go back in with this powder. I love how multi-use it is. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Micro Perfecting Powder. I'm gonna take a kabuki brush and just take a little bit of this. And then we're just gonna press it into the face just to set everything, okay? And I love how lightweight this powder is. So lightweight on the face. So I forgot to put the mic on, so we're gonna do this part all over, okay? So for the crease, I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. I already applied it, y'all, because my mic wasn't on. But anyways, we're gonna take this and apply it in the crease. And I don't have a Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow palette, sadly. Like, they look so beautiful, you guys, but I don't wear eyeshadow that much. So for me, it wouldn't be worth it to, you know, buy it if I'm not going to use it. But we're going to take our bronzer and just put it back and forth in the crease. And the reason why I like using bronzer compared to like a regular brown eyeshadow is because the bronzer in the crease of your eye will match the bronzer on your face, and it just looks so seamless, okay? So I just went back and forth and I put that in my lids. And then to set my face, I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, of course. You guys know I love this so much. So we're going to take this and just set the entire face. So for blush, I did want to go ahead and buy like the blushes from Charlotte Tilbury because I feel like they'll be really good. I already know they will be. But they're all in this type of packaging, and I can't go through what I went through last time when this exploded in my bag. So I just didn't get that. But what I love doing as well is using orange corrector, especially cream ones, because they do act like cream blush. Okay, so if you have this, you can go ahead and use it as blush as well. So we're going to take the color corrector in the shade Tan number 3. And I like to use like a big brush like this. I just feel like it works the best for me. And all you have to do is just tap it into your skin. And like, it makes no sense how beautiful this looks. Like, honestly, Charlotte, it's low-key cream, you know, blush. All right, you can market it as that. But I do think it's probably multi-use, honestly. I'm just gonna take this and just build it on the cheeks. It's so pretty. Like, y'all just see how much more it brightened up my face. I love this so much. It's so cute. So the sun's about to start coming out, so let me go ahead and finish up. But for the lips, I believe it was last year for the Sephora VIP sale, I went ahead and got the Charlotte Tilbury trio lip set. It comes with 3 lipsticks, you guys, but I don't know where the 3rd one is. Okay, it's somewhere, it's hiding. But I do have Walk of Shame, which is like a more dark pinky shade. I think I may wear this one. And then there's also this one that I love so much. It is called Supermodel. This is more of like that neutral pinky shade that I love, which will look good, but I do kind of want a little bit of color today. Okay, so we're gonna take Walk of No Shame, and these are so creamy, y'all, and buttery and perfect. I love them so much. Once I go ahead and finish up the minis, I will get the big one. All right, so I'm gonna take this and apply it like so. These are just so creamy, y'all. Like, I love, and they feel so good on the lips. I love it so much. Y'all, I hate when my brain starts to, you know, going, but I low-key want to put the lipstick in my crease as well. Is that crazy? I know it's probably crazy, but we're gonna do it anyways. All right, so I'm gonna take this. Oh, I'm so scared. Okay, we're gonna take this and just like, oh my gosh. All right, so let's go ahead and blend that out because I'm low-key nervous now. Okay, we're just gonna take this back and forth. Ooh, that low-key looks good. Y'all, it's been so long since I've done, you know, color, but I'm just gonna apply a little bit more and we're gonna just go back and forth. I think this is so good. Okay, all right. Wow, this, it low-key eats. All right, I could go crazy, but I'm nervous, but I think just this little bit just did the trick for me. And what I love about makeup, y'all, there's no rules, baby. Okay, so we're gonna blend this out and it just adds a little bit of something to the eyes. Like, I just look so like, I don't know, I like it. I love how this turned out. Like, I just be doing things, y'all, and it low-key eats. Okay, I'm probably gonna start adding like pink to my eyes. I think it looks so pretty, y'all. Like, I don't do color instead of just doing brown. Like, this is so fun. Wow, I love this. Wow. But I do hope you guys enjoyed today's video. All right, it was super fun for me. And like I told you guys earlier, let me know your favorite Charlotte Tilbury products down below. Okay, I'm super interested. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe before you do leave, and I'll see you guys in the next one.